at some point in time in their life, somebody, peer pressure or for whatever reason, they had a weak moment and they tried a drug. Now, for a lot of people, they can get off of it, I'm not trying that again. For some people, they're hooked, they gotta have the next hit the next day, then the next day they gotta have double that hit to get the same high that they got the first time. So it keeps climbing and climbing. All of you know that we have an opiate problem now in the county with pills and such, and it's gotten even worse now. So not only are you worried about cocaine and marijuana and heroin, we've got a major problem in this county. So my number one focus in this county is gonna be dealing with the drug dealers. I'll also be dealing with the gang members in this county that have wreaked havoc as well. But when I'm talking about the drug dealers, I have met with Sheriff Jim McVicker over in Bladen County. I think most of y'all know him. He and I have talked about having a dual county multi-agency gang and drug task force. It will include officers from the towns of Bladenburg, Eaton, and White Lake from over in Bladen County, and it will include officers from every jurisdiction in this county to include the deputies. We plan to have about a 20-person gang and drug unit. We will utilize his 2 helicopters that he has over there. He has 2 helicopters. This county is the biggest county in the state. We don't have one. I don't understand that, but I would work toward that. But I think together, working as a dual county task force, coming in here with state and federal assistance, and we've already met and talked to some of those folks, that we can knock a huge dent in it. I'm not saying I'm gonna fix anything overnight. It did not happen overnight. I'm not gonna step in the door and fix it overnight, but you can rest assured on day one that it's gonna start. We gotta make a difference in this county. I'm tired of being ranked number 1 for all the wrong reasons. We're either at the bottom of the list or we're at the top of the list for the wrong reason. And I'm tired of that. And I know you all are. I hear it across the county everywhere I go. Everyone speaks about that. What can we do? What can we do? We're constantly getting bad publicity. A few months ago on TripAdvisor website, people traveling down 95 that may be looking for a hotel or something to stop on 95, the TripAdvisor website, people had it on there, do not stop in Robinson County. We gotta fix that. That is killing us. It's killing us, with the economy. It's killing us getting business in here. It's killing us, with the crime rates. So we gotta make a change there. I have several outreach programs that are mentioned here in this brochure. I'm just gonna mention a couple of them. The very top one there in the middle section, there's agency accreditation. Several surrounding counties around us, Hope County is one of them, Cumberland County is one of them. They have an accreditation that is done through the commission and accreditation for law enforcement agencies where the agency is accredited. And what that does, that will bring the reputation back of the department. We're still recovering from some episodes from years ago, and I think that would help. It's not something, again, that happens overnight. It will take years to accomplish that. It's very costly, but it gets us recognized for the right reasons. The Badges and Bible program, that's the one that I'm most proud of that I had developed. I've met with several pastors in the county. I have one pastor in particular in the county that's going to kind of lead this program for us. And like it says here, this program would bring our area churches and deputies together to better serve our communities through Christian outreach. What I want to do, I'm on the teen court board of Robinson County. And what I want to try to do is have the teens through teen court or parental permission or consent to send them through this program. Some of you've probably seen the TV show Scared Straight, where the prison guards are yelling at the kids and all the parents gave permission for all that. That's all well and good, and I may even look at something like that. But I want to try this. This is different. I think we've got to get the churches involved. A lot of folks say, the churches don't need to get involved in politics. I didn't ask you to get involved in politics. I'm asking you to get involved in this, in reaching out to our county, and that's what I'm going to do. Social media releases, those of you that follow me on Facebook, how many people do Facebook in this room? Is there a crowd of? Good. I hope you're following me on Facebook. I know a lot of folks did, particularly during the hurricane. It was the key way of me keeping everyone informed in this county. I have the unique perspective of that, of being as a sworn Lumberton police officer even after retirement. I'm also with Lumberton Rescue, and I'm an EMT instructor, been with them for over 30 years. And being a city councilman, every meeting that we would have with FEMA or OSHA or whoever, when they would release information about where supplies were going to be given out at, I would put that on social media because you need to know. Everything is important. Communication is going to be key in this. The way I'm looking at this, for those of you that do social media, if your house is broke into today, it will be on social media today. I don't want you to read it in the newspaper 2 days later. Your community needs to know about it today, particularly if we have suspect information or anything dealing with a car, information. You need to know it today, and that's going to be broadened. I think there's something out there already from the sheriff's department, but I'm going to make it a bigger, broadened, event. We have the largest community watch group in the county. It's the Godwin Heights Community Watch Group. About 40 to 50 people attend my meeting every third Tuesday night of every month. And the way we keep them there is food. You get food there, people's gonna come. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. And what we do is we provide refreshments. We have a great speaker. We have the reports for that precinct available to all the folks that show up. It shows the arrests that were made, the calls that were responded to in that particular area. I want to do that throughout the county. Several community watch groups have been started in the county, but they falter. What I want to do is come back with community watch groups in every section of this county and have deputies in attendance. Your volunteer fire departments can help us with that because you have so many volunteer fire departments out in the county, and they're willing to help. We just got to reach out to them, and that will be a plan that I have, is to expand those community watches. A couple other programs that's mentioned here is the Cops and Kids program and the Kid Cadet program. The Kid Cadet program, I knew at 13 years old that I wanted to be a police officer. So at 13 years old, that was great. In my mind, that I already knew I wanted to be a police officer. I knew I had to follow the straight and narrow. At 16 years old, I was brought on as a dispatcher. I think Ben was already there. I was brought on as a dispatcher at the Roberts County Sheriff's Office under Sheriff Malcolm McLeod. How many of you old enough to remember Malcolm McLeod? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's when I started at the Sheriff's Office. And then I did that and worked several other jobs all the way up to when I was 20 years old and became a police officer. So what I want to do with that is utilize deputies and detention officers to mentor kids that we have recognized at that young of an age that may want to enter law enforcement, firefighter, EMS, paramedic, anything in the first responder realm. I want to keep them on the straight and narrow path of achieving that goal. The way it works now, you can be an EMT at 18 years old. So everyone doesn't want to go to college. I'll say that. But you have people that can actually make good livings as EMTs and then going up to being a paramedic and working at the county ambulance service here at EMS. So that's what I want to do with that program. The Cops and Kids program, again, I want to utilize the teen court and even the judicial system to have kids, problem kids particularly. I don't really want them to have a criminal record. I know some things are being worked on another level to deal with that. What I want to do is reach out to troubled youth and have them again mentored by a police officer, or excuse me, a deputy or a detention officer to try to keep them on the straight and narrow. These are youth that may have already done something and gotten a little bit of trouble, and we're trying to get them back on the right side. I want to reach out to them. I'll say this. Back in the day, it was lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. There's things we got to do to change that. We can't just simply lock everybody up anymore. That was my mindset back in the day, lock them up. But these prostitutes that I was just talking about a while ago that did not choose to be a prostitute, they're doing it to get the money, to get the drugs, again, leading back to the drug dealer who I'm going to go after. Well, in saying that, the prostitute needs help. And I've already talked to some mental health folks. I've talked to some people at Southeastern Hospital. There's actually a mental health group here, a committee here in the county that's already working on some of this stuff. We've got to reach out to these folks. And just simply them going to court, being charged, locking them up, pay a fine, they get right back on the street, do it again. We got to fix that. And that's another outreach program we got to do. I keep saying the word outreach. We all got to reach out. I mean, that's when I say the churches, they got to reach out too. We've all got to reach out. The inmate labor force, I know there's a concentrated effort now to get some folks that are on probation to sign up to clean the roads. I know y'all, as you travel now, I know, to some people trash seems like a minor thing, but this county is dirty.
It is.
When you ride the roads in this county, it looks like somebody just opened the sky and dropped trash on both sides of the road as you travel about any road in this county. And I know the inmates at the jail can't do it alone, but what I'm looking at are the inmates that's pulling 30-day, 60-day, 90-day sentences, misdemeanor crimes. If they run, that's fine, I'll catch them later. But I'm going to utilize those guys to help clean up some of these roads in addition to the people on probation and all that they're talking about doing now. Again, that's a concentrated effort. But the way I'm looking at that, let's reach out, get our volunteer fire department guys involved with it, get in their community where they are, and let's have a cleanup day in that community, which will involve some deputies, some detention officers, volunteers, just outreach. Everything is outreach. The nuisance abatement program. When I talk about the drug dealers, I'm gonna take their houses, I'm gonna take their cars. I've done it before, it's documented, I've done it several times back in the day, but you haven't seen it utilized in this county in years. I'm gonna start taking some property. And if it's rental property, which is the majority of the problems that I have seen as a city councilman anyway, I'm gonna take that person's property. Obviously, I'm gonna be after the dealer, but once we've started making, some drug buys and drug busts, and I'm having to send deputies there repeatedly to shootings and stabbings and loud music calls and all that, it's time to take that property. We're gonna send a letter to the owner, we're gonna notify them that, look, if you don't handle this problem, I'm gonna handle it for you, we're gonna seize your property through nuisance abatement chapter laws and all that, and if they don't handle it, we're gonna go after it. The days of just repeatedly going to the same property over and over and over, that's gotta stop. In Lumberton on Roberts Avenue, there was an old mobile home park that was there, if y'all familiar with it, Rowan Mobile Home Park. If you go through there now, it's just a nice looking piece of land that's for sale. Everything has been removed from it. I was doing search warrants there back in the 80s. And in 2013, when I ran for city council, I was wondering, why is that trailer park still standing there? Because when I say in the 80s, there were search warrants constantly there. Drugs, prostitution, there's been murders there. Sometimes you'd ride there on your way to the beach and you'd see people sitting out there on the front row, laid back in chairs like they were already at the beach. And I knew then that trailer park had to go. We did reach out to some of the folks in the trailer park and try to help them with housing, because we didn't want to just kick people out and put them out on the street. But we contacted the owners, and that trailer park, when it was inspected by city inspectors, and some guys went in there and checked some of the places, you'd be amazed at how many mobile homes were in that trailer park. Had holes in the floor with a board on top of them. Slide the board out of the way, a hole cut in the floor with a bucket on the ground. That's how dirty that trailer park was. I'm telling you right now, there are mobile home parks in this county that are the same way. You pass them every day that need to be dealt with. I'll do it as a sheriff if I have to, but I'm hoping that your county commissioners will kind of jump in there and do their thing. It's their area, and they really should do that. But we all have to clean this county up. It's dirty from so many different angles. We all have to clean it up. A sheriff-sponsored family fun day. That's one of the things that I started in my community. We have the Goblin Heights Community Family Fun Day. I do it every August, the week before school starts, so all the kids can come and have fun. Bouncy house, fire department, everything is there. Water slides and all that. I want to do that throughout the communities, again, utilizing the fire departments. Because again, there are fire departments in about every community in the county. And I think those guys will appreciate that. It will take some volunteer help to do it. It'll take some funding to do it. But I think in the big picture that we can get it done. I've gotten it done in my precinct, and I think that it can be done. But there's a lot of other things that I have listed on the website. I can stand here and talk you to death, because I know a lot of change needs to be made. A lot of internal things need to be done that I'm not going to discuss here. But I'm telling you, I'm changing the place. I'm not coming in just to take the seat, just to say I'm the sheriff. I'm gonna be a boots on the ground kind of sheriff. And to be point blank with you, I'm coming in to kick butt and take names. If that's not the kind of sheriff you're looking for, I'm not the person. But if you're looking for that person to come in there and clean up this county, and is not backed by any special interest group, I am backed by the good citizens of this county. I just had a plate sale last Friday in Lumberton, $5 plates. Everybody's like, why are you doing $5 plates? It's because I'm not taking money from any of the special interest group people in this county. I want that $5 from the good, honest citizens of this county, and I'm here to make a difference. So I'm asking for your support. I'm asking for you to look at my website that's listed on this brochure. I'm asking you to look at the other 4 candidates that are running for sheriff, compare our backgrounds, compare and check who's backing us, who's supporting us, why are they supporting us, qualifications, certifications, volunteer service. Where were you at on during the hurricane, when the hurricane happened? Some folks were never even seen. I want you to check all that. And then make your decision based on the facts, not the rumors, not what you heard. Make your decision based on the facts. You all are the employers. We're looking for a job. If you were the employer at your job and you're looking over all the qualifications, certifications, background, you're going to pick the best candidate. And I'm asking you to do just that. If it's not me, don't vote for me. But I think when you check it, it's going to speak for itself. My record speaks for itself. and I have been an open book. I have or answered every question on Facebook that anybody has asked me. I've been accused of murders. I've been accused of selling drugs. I've been accused of stealing drugs. I've been accused of being at scenes and helping people move bodies. It's unbelievable the things I have been accused of over the last year. But I have tolerated it because I'm willing to come out of retirement for you. So again, if you're looking for that change, my campaign is all about change. It's a qualification-based campaign. And as the front of that brochure says, the right person for the right reason. And I thank you.